Hi, this is DF127 and welcome to a channel update. I know I say that quite a lot, probably on every channel update now. But anyway, I've got a few topics that I want to talk about. I've had a lot of people sort of asking about mods and stuff like that and tutorials. So I think my last channel update was probably just mentioning that I was going to be carrying on with some tutorials and do my scripting series. I did continue with my scripting series eventually, and I am planning on continuing that hopefully tomorrow, which obviously the day after this video is posted, which should be the day that it's recorded. Anyway, new headset is the first thing. I think I've mentioned it in one or two of my tutorials obviously, and people have given feedback saying it's really clear, it's really nice, it's really good. Yeah, it is. Really, well, it's not the most comfortable thing to wear on my head for an extended period of time, but it gets the job done for tutorials, and hopefully I'm going to get like a massive version of this thing, because my cousin just got the sort of higher model of it, and now I'm pissed because it is awesome and I want that for my games. But yeah, this nice headset here, hopefully I'll keep this one. It's a PLA 2, I think it is, Turtle Beach headset for anyone that's interested. I'll be using this for my tutorials now. Mods. Everybody's on about mods still. It's 2 years old now, Skyrim. I could have posted something saying like, yay, 2 years old, but I couldn't be bothered. But anyway, that was yesterday, I think. Yep, 11/11. And it is still alive, Skyrim. It's still going to be alive for maybe another year or two in terms of like really alive people making mods, people playing the hell out of it. There's always a reason to go back to Skyrim. As screwed up as it's been, even over the 2 years, the videos uploaded where we all want to tear our hair out, tear our hair out of Bethesda and some of the screw-ups they've made. The fact is, Skyrim is a brilliant game. So, yeah, mods. I will be creating some new mods. I've got 2 mods on the way. One mod I only thought of last week. I was just playing and it came to me straight away. I was like, this is a problem, I'm going to fix it. And I am going to talk a bit more about that in a moment. I'm just going to give you the names of the 2 mods. A lot of you may already know, because I've already done a developer's video on it, is Enchanted Ammo. I have done Enchanted Arrows before, and then Enchanted Arrows and Bolts, which was a new version of Enchanted Arrows. I've had like 2 versions of this mod basically, and I'm still not happy with it. I still want a more polished off version. Everything I know now, all the scripting I know and everything I know of the kit, I know I can make this a much more fitting part of the game, something that will feel like it should have been there in the first place. At least that's the effect I'm hoping to have. And it's just Enchanted Arrows, Enchanted Bolts. People are going to say, oh, you got the Enchanted Bolts because they're already in there. No, they're not, no. What, Fire, Frost and Shock? That's all Bethesda came up with for the Enchanted Bolts, so I'll expand on that. You can't get enchanted arrows in the game. That's what I'm going to add in. All the arrows will be enchantable, hopefully all the arrows. DLC would come a little later on. The first release would be just for the vanilla game. You'll find these arrows around on only certain enemies, and hopefully the arrows will be very specific to the enemy. So one thing I will say is blinding arrows, which I mentioned are completely new. I mentioned that in the developers video. You would find those on Falmer, and the effect changes depending on who's hit with them. If you strike an enemy, an NPC, with these arrows, they would be blinded, and they would have to rely on their hearing to hear you, to know where you are. And then if it was to hit the player for some reason, so if the Falmer have them on them and they shoot them at you, the player will actually get blinded. The screen will go black for about 8 seconds, which is cool. But you get the general idea of what that mod's going to do. The other mod is Dead Followers. What this is going to do, and it came to me the other day, I was playing and a neck crag jumper, she died. I didn't know she was dead. She just dropped. Didn't seem to be a very dangerous area. It was a Silent Moons camp, going along as you do. And after the bandits were all dead, I was like, okay, where is she? Where's the neck? Got Ultimate Followers overhaul on, and that mod is absolutely awesome. I prefer that over one or two of the others, sort of follower overhauls, and it does a load for followers. But one thing you still don't know is when your follower dies, and where are they? The most annoying thing is when a follower drops dead and you can't find the body, and they've got like a few thousand sort of gold worth of items on them, a few thousand septims worth of items on them and you want to get them back. So my mod will allow you to go straight over to them. It'll take time, the screen will go sort of black, you won't just go and be there. The screen will go black, you will appear next to their body and you'll be able to either just loot their corpse, or there'll also be some sort of cost involved, but you'll be able to resurrect them. Because it's annoying sometimes when your follower dies. Although Ultimate Followers Overhaul allows you to set them as essential, some people like the immersion of their followers being able to die. But sometimes, even though they're dead, you'll also want an immersive and non-law breaking way of bringing them back, and hopefully I'm going to be adding that in. So that's what Dead Followers does, which is awesome. And this update's been going a while, so I'm going to move on. My other mods, my current mods, Corinthia Tower, I still want to update that and do the vault. I don't know when I'm going to get around to it. Time's pretty tough to get right now, so quite busy. And Millwater Retreat I am counting as done. I might come back one day and do some more with it, but as far as I'm concerned for the moment, it's a finished mod. It's absolutely fine. It's got a Hearthfire version. And in terms of the guides for both those mods, hopefully one day I'll get around to writing some nice laid out guides to help people out, because some things aren't easy to figure out or not made obvious in the mod. And the only other thing I wanted to talk about was tutorials. So as you know, I mentioned I'll be carrying on with my scripting tutorials. I've got through the basics, and we're digging into like using menu systems, and then through that going into sort of enabling things and doing some other cool stuff. So the tutorials will now consist of mostly scripting, and it'll be scripting in terms of doing some random cool stuff. So I'll show you how to script certain awesome things that I've used in my mods. I will be trying to do other tutorials, and hopefully tomorrow and onwards I'll be able to release a few in the next week or two, and I really want to knock off some of my old tutorials, as I've mentioned before, and replace them with more up-to-date, precise, clear tutorials. So it'll be stuff like bookshelves, nav mesh, scrap the old videos with a crappy mic or with really bad information, and just replace them with more clear ones and easy to understand. And I'll hopefully have my channel nice and organised in a few months, and it'll sort of take shape, and I'll have everything organised into nice sort of categories. So yeah, that is it. If anyone wants to sort of throw in any ideas to do with the two mods that I've mentioned, go ahead, leave it in the comments section, which is now screwed up by YouTube, so hopefully I'll still be able to reply to stuff. It's just like a mess, and a lot of people have been moaning about it, but I'm not going to go into that. Leave comments, let me know what you think about sort of the bit of news, the updates I've given you. That's all I've got planned for the time being. I would like to go back and do other mods like my Merchants and Morthal, stuff like that, do another one of that, but I don't know if I'm going to get around to it, so I'm not going to make any promises. But I do really want to push forward these two new mods. And that is it. So thank you for watching my channel update. Hope you enjoyed it, though it's not really an enjoying sort of thing, it's just an update. I mean, that is it. So if you haven't already, subscribe to my channel, hit the like button if you liked it, and also visit my main website, my antisocial websites, all the usual. I'll link always screw that up. I will leave the links in the description below if I remember. So that's it. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll speak to you next time. And then I'll hit that.